Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Pacific Northwest in that wonderful little town of Belfair, Washington, Hickville, USA, as I love to call it, everybody. So I paused there for a minute because I just realized there is a big old blue jay right outside my window and I am watching him. Sorry, got a little sidetracked there. So this is June 2025's Paper Pumpkin Alternative video number 16, everybody. He is still just like it's almost like he wants to stare me down right now. Anyways, so let's get started on today's card. So this kit is called Full of Charm, and you could have made 3 of this one, and this one, and you would have gotten received, should be a better word, 9 identical envelopes. There was no difference in the envelopes. So this QR code would lead you to a video that would show you how to put this kit together as it is designed, a visual of everything in the kit, and then down here it lists those coordinating colors. Now videos 1 through 5, I show you everything that comes in the kit. After that, we just kind of move along. This one right here would lead you to this set of 4 dies called Hugs of Bloom dies. They will coordinate with April, May, and June's Paper Pumpkin kits. And you guys can use these dies for anything and everything that you heart desires, anything you want, but you do have to be a subscriber to purchase them. And the new set of dies are out and about and ready to be purchased. They're called Circle of Season dies. It's a collection of 9 dies. They will coordinate with July, August, and September's Paper Pumpkin kit. They will also make an acorn, a strawberry, a flower, a leaf, the circle, and the wonderful hello. And I will tell you that they do sell out and they do not come back into stock, from what I gather. Could be wrong, correct me if I am, but usually when they sell out, they're gone. So if you want to purchase the dies, please purchase them as soon as they come available, because like I said, they will sell out. So the stamps are these. You have this branch, this one, thank you, this leaf, miss you, happy birthday to a wonderful friend, and let's celebrate you. Great stamps, not as versatile as some of the others, but they are great, and I have used each and every one of them on at least one of those cards. This will not be one of those cards, everybody. So you guys kind of know me. I love to do my own thing. So this will be a note card, and we are using the back part of an envelope from this kit. And our note card is 4 7/8 by 7 scored at 3 1/2. For the inside piece, this measures 3 1/4 by 4 5/8. That's to go on the inside of the simple little note card here. This piece here, we are going to cut this down to 3 1/4 by 4 7/8, and let's do so, and then I'll show you everything else that I'm bringing in. So I want to cut this off and make it straight. Just about right. Oops, I didn't quite get it. There's a little bit more, so I'm going to go right here. Now I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to cut it to 3 1/4. Now I'm going to tell you that I'm not going to get this centered, okay? So I'm not looking to do so, but what I am looking at is I'm going to start by cutting off not quite as much, but I am going to cut just that much off, and then I'm going to come over here on this side and cut a 1/16 of an inch off here. That's roughly an even amount from both sides. Now I can cut further. That's just me trying to keep it center, this center part of my card. So I am at 5 and 1 2 3 4 5/16 of an inch. I want to come over and cut 3/16 off on this side, and then I'm going to turn it around and cut 3 more 16ths off. So 1, 2, and 3 right there. Now I need to get it to 4 5/8. which is right here. So let's take 3 more off. I think that will get me close. 3 more from this side. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm getting right there. That's perfect. That's going to make it. So now this should fit. Yes, that little paper will bug me. These all need to go in the recycle bin. So now I should have a piece right like so. And I think it's actually going to go this way. And I'm not putting any extra layers behind it. This is just going to be a simple design. And I'm going to say, nope, it's going to go this way. We're going to do some stamping. Let me show you what else I am bringing in. We're going to be using Old Olive. This stamp is from the Handmade Hugs, which had a coordinating punch, which is not here on the table. I snuck it back where it belongs, right? So this one here, we're going to use this. It goes with this punch, right? Like that. We're going to need that out. We are also using You're the Best on the inside, but for the center of that, for the center of our card, for our focal point, we are using Just a Note from, yes, the wonderful December 2024's Paper Pumpkin Notes from the Heart, Just a Note. The inside will be You're the Best. I'm also bringing in this Bough punch here, and then I'm bringing in the old retired sprig punch. I'm going to tell you, I'm trying to show you the multiple of retired products that you could use to recreate some of the things I have used. So I have some Mossy Meadow. I did 2 of the Bough punch here. This one, it's just some scrap that can go in the recycle bin. I had this little tiny one. I had 2 little strips here, and I got this one actually this way. One here, and then I turned it around this way, and I got, oops, it went this way, and I got one here. Now I had 2 strips like this, and I got 4 of those to do my leafy bits right here. Now, do you remember this from the mulberry paper card I did? And I told you I was keeping this because I thought I could use it. I am using this little punch I got at the thrift store, and I am punching me 3 little flowers. I already did it once, and now I'm going to be using that as well. Any little floral, any little flower punch that you can get that you have 3 different size flowers would work for this. This just happens to be handy and dandy, and it was right here on my desk. So I have some scrap. This is thick, basic white paper. This is what I want to stamp. I use this for an eyeball as to what I was doing. This was my look-see piece here. So those are just going to go back over there because that just gave me an idea. That's why I keep things like that. So this is my scrap paper. I am going to stamp the outline image, this one, in the Old Olive. Now, I know that if you do it in the diamond shape, you don't get as much out of your cardstock as if you did it in a square shape. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now I'm going to come in with Rich Razzleberry. Yes, that is retired too, and I don't know why I closed it up. Just have it. We are going to stamp Just a Note. You could use Berry Burst. You could use Blackberry Bliss. Any of those colors. Any color that's going to match your flowers. So this is going to be that diamond shape that's going to be similar to what we had in the kit. Gorgeous. Love it. Set that over there as well. I'm not going to close that up because I might use it again. Now I'm going to punch. So this, just line it up Maybe if we lined it up as a square and not a diamond, it might work better. Maybe just a little bit, right? And that can go back in my scrap bin. So there we have just a note, really simple. Could do a little bit of leafy bits on there. Where's that leaf stamp that came with the kit? Right here. Maybe a little mossy meadow. I'm thinking I didn't pull that in the pad just to make it a little different from the old olive. I want to stamp off again, just adding a little bit of greenery there. Yes, so we will be using mossy meadow on it. So there we have just a note, and we can get started. I think I'm going to move all of my punches over just a minute just to get it out of the way. So we're going to take a look-see at what we're doing. So here we have just a note. I have all of my little elements. This is the mossy meadow. That's going to get tucked in here. This one's going to get tucked in over here. And then we have our old olive. Tuck. We're just taking a look-see. We're not gluing anything down. Tuck. This is why I don't mind having them separated, because now what I'm looking for is where I can stamp this. And I think if I stamp it here like this, it's going to look really good. It's going to give it a little bit of background, and I want one about right here. So I'm just going to move those aside, bring back my stamp in Pierce Mat, and I am going to stamp this now in Old Olive. And I'm going to, Old Olive, excuse me, Mossy Meadow. So I'm going to stamp off completely, get this where I want it. I am going to stamp it here. Now I'm using my pinky here. I'm just using it as a resting spot when I do this. So this is coming down, getting my stamp positioned, right? I'm using actually this whole portion of my hand, placing it where I want it. I got to stamp off again, otherwise I'll get too dark of a color. So it's right about there. I'm going to scoot my sentiment out of the way, and I'm going to stamp down. Going to turn it this way, stamp off, put this back. It almost looks like it's connected there. Now this one is going to go there, and bring that down. That's all I want. That's perfect. Just gives me a little filler in the background. So now we can glue this down, and I shouldn't have any problem with the glue because it's a hot one. Oh, it's hot. The glue will be flowing freely, no problem. No armpit glue today. Because it's hot. Summer has arrived. Somebody turned on the heater and turned it up full blast out here. My daughter and I were talking. She's like, I think it's time to take a trip to the beach. When you drive to the beach here in this state, it's not like a beach in California, and it's not like a beach on the East Coast. The water in this state stays cold. Not just a little cold, it stays cold. It almost stays frozen, okay? People go to the beach, but it's not like people frolic in the beaches in Western Washington. I mean, you won't, no. Even in the hottest summer, my hubby, who was devoted surfer, surfed California, surfed the East Coast beaches, right? As a young teenager, he did surf in Washington State too, but he forgot just how cold it was. So when he came back to Washington State, and he was we went out there and he had his surfboard and everything. He had a short wetsuit, like what you use for East Coast. He's like, no. So he got fully decked out. They have these little full body suit covering the head, mostly face mask, gloves, booties, you name it, right? He still didn't want to surf. Oh no. He was like, oh, you can't hardly breathe. The water's so cold. So yeah, his surfboard sits because it's so cold out there. Yeah, the water gets cold. So we can put this down.
Big back veteran.
Oh, then I'm like, who is on the back porch? Because Hank is not here right now. And it's my hubby going on the back porch looking for his iced tea. Little cans of iced tea out there. Anyways, I was like, who is that? So anyways, yes. He was looking at me. He's like, because talking about surfing. He's like, yeah, it's cold. So, yeah, surfing didn't work out once he got older. As a kid, I guess you don't care. So we're just going to put that up on dimensionals. And now I can just tuck my little bits of greenery. Ooh. In place. So here's one. Let's do the other side, starting with the darker mossy meadow green. Okay. I was like, it was hitting a dimensional there for a minute. Now these little bits, yes, I was a little worried. So this needs to come off because of where the dimensional is, but that's all right. This one, no dimensional, so this will go right on in there. Thinking that one needs to go a little bit farther to the side, maybe a little pointed that way. Oh my gosh, last night, guys, I was laughing so hard. We were watching As Time Goes By. Does anybody, has anybody ever seen that show? It's a British comedy show with Judi Dench and, oh, what was his name? I want to say Palmer, but I don't know what his first name is right offhand. So, hilarious. Just, they're so funny. Anyways, my hubby and I were watching it. And I just love it. So I don't know what made me think of it, but it sure was funny last night. I mean, my daughter came in and she's like, what are you guys laughing at so hard? Because she knew it wasn't MASH. And she's like, oh, it's that British show. I'm like, yes, it's that one. Just funny, funny stuff. So these, I just thought I would like floating little petals. Then I'm going to try to use again the little pearlized enamel dots, which are going to dry lickety split in this heat. Honestly, it is so hot. Just I went and even changed out the water in the bird fountain today, just to make it a little cooler. I was worried that it's just too hot. All right, so I can see that we need a little something in there. So let's add a little bling to this. That's a little too close. So we're gonna go 1, 2. I'm thinking 3 here and 2 up top. These are not the bling that came with it, but these, I'll show you the ones that came with it. I like that. Those that came with this one are a muted gold. So, not quite what I want at this moment. So there we have. Just a note. We're going to do the pearlized effects in a minute. Let's do the inside. This is going to be easy as well. I want to use, where's the old olive? I want to use that frame. And I hope You're the Best fits in the way I want it to. Oh, it's going to fit perfectly. Gorgeousness. I'm going to set it up over here, and then we're going to take some Mossy Meadow. Gorgeous. Love it. Oh, no, we're going to stamp on our envelope. We'll get that in the card in a minute. So, full strength over here. Then stamp off. Oh, you know what? We're just going to go full strength. We're just going to stamp that little bit of greenery and just leave it as that. All right. Now, I do want to close these up. I have my little fan in the window. And I can see, you know, a big gust of wind or something coming up and making, flying stuff right into my ink pads. That would not be a good thing. But hopefully this gives you another idea to use those envelopes, especially the envelope back. The envelope backs are seeming to work really well for these note cards. There we go. And let's do the pearlized effects. So I am going to use a little scrap of paper that's out here. And I'm going to get this started. Oh, it already is, but there was a big bush of air that just came out of it. So get it started again. And then I'm going to try to do a nice larger one. And a teeny one in the center here. Oh, that worked really well. Really, really well. So that's it for video, number 16 we are on, and we are well on our way. And I'm going to quit for the day because it's a hot one. I do have, I might take some things in and prep for, look at what I'm going to work on for August and figure out a few things, maybe cut some papers and stuff and do some of that stuff on the inside of the house. But no more videos because this is hot day. So thanks for watching, everybody. And guys, I love sharing with you. So thank you for sharing with me of your time, for commenting when you are able to. I know that not everybody likes to comment, or some of you watch my videos on TV like I do. I watch videos on TV as well, and you can't comment while you're watching it on TV. But thank you for when you do take the time to get on your phone or your computer, tablet, and make those comments. They mean the world to me, and I say that earnestly because that's why I'm still doing my channel. I was so surprised with when I first started doing my videos. I was unsure if I could do it. My daughter, my family stood behind me. They're like, "Oh, you can do this." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm not sure." But you all have given me such great amount of support and encouragement. So thank you so, so very much, because I didn't know how much I missed sharing what I love making. It's something I've said it time and time again, but I loved sharing this creativeness with my mother. I didn't know how much I missed it until I started sharing it with you. And that hole that was, I didn't know that was there, has been so filled over with the outpouring of support from you all since her untimely death. I can't tell you. It's been now 8 years this year, and I don't look on her death with sadness. I look on her death and I smile. I smile because I know my mom, and I know she left this world, even though it was a tragic way that she left. I know she left her hands raised and run into the Lord like she told me she was gonna do, you know? So I have to smile when I think of her, and I know that she looks down and she's smiling on me when I create, and that I still find joy in this, in what I'm doing. And I know she would thank you all for giving that back to me, because it was something I didn't realize that I had missed so much. Thank you so much, and I hope you all come back here and join me in my wonderland. Bye-bye for now.